The night of April 26, 2024 began like any other spring evening in North Texas. Families were finishing dinner, kids were playing outside, and the promise of warmer weather hung in the air. Then, the sirens blared. What started as a routine, severe weather warning quickly escalated into a nightmare as a massive tornado, its path illuminated by flashes of lightning, tore through the region. Winds whipped at terrifying speeds, tearing apart homes and businesses. For those in the tornado's path, the world became a maelstrom of flying debris and blinding rain. The storm seemed to last an eternity, though it was gone as quickly as it arrived, leaving behind a trail of devastation that stretched for miles. In the eerie silence that followed, the true extent of the damage began to emerge.
The tornado's path was a scar across the landscape, a stark reminder of the capriciousness of nature. Homes were reduced to rubble, their contents scattered far and wide. Cars lay mangled, tossed aside like children's toys. Schools, churches, and businesses, once familiar landmarks, were now piles of debris. Amid the wreckage, stories of loss and survival began to emerge. There was Sarah, a young mother, who huddled with her 2 children in their bathtub as the storm raged around them. Their home was destroyed, but they survived, a testament to a mother's love and the strength of a porcelain tub. John, a retired firefighter, pulled his neighbors from the wreckage of their collapsed home, his training kicking in even as his own world lay in ruins. These stories of courage and resilience, repeated countless times across the disaster zone, offered a glimmer of hope amid the devastation.
In the aftermath of the disaster, a remarkable wave of compassion and support swept through North Texas and beyond. First responders worked tirelessly, rescuing those trapped and providing aid to the injured. Volunteers poured in from neighboring towns and states, their trucks laden with bottled water, clothing, and tools. Neighbors helped neighbors, clearing debris, sharing food, and offering words of comfort. The outpouring of support was a testament to the enduring human spirit, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, compassion and generosity can prevail. Donations poured in from across the country, a tangible expression of solidarity with those affected by the disaster. The road to recovery was long and arduous, but the community was determined to rebuild.
Rebuilding after a natural disaster is a marathon, not a sprint. While the initial outpouring of support provided much-needed immediate relief, the long-term recovery would require sustained effort and resources. The physical damage was significant, but the invisible scars, the trauma, the loss, the disruption to lives and livelihoods would take much longer to heal. The process of rebuilding was fraught with challenges. Navigating insurance claims, securing permits, and finding contractors could be daunting tasks, particularly for those who had lost everything. Community centers became hubs of activity, offering everything from hot meals and clothing donations to legal aid and mental health services. Slowly but surely, with each act of kindness, each step forward, the community began to heal.
The North Texas tornado was a stark reminder of the destructive power of nature, but it also underscored a growing concern: the increasing frequency and intensity of extreme weather events linked to climate change. As global temperatures rise, scientists warn that we can expect to see more extreme weather events, from heat waves and droughts to hurricanes and tornadoes. The link between climate change and tornadoes is complex, but there is growing evidence to suggest that a warming climate can create conditions more favorable for tornado development. Warmer air can hold more moisture, providing more fuel for storms. Changes in wind patterns can also influence tornado formation. Addressing climate change is not just an environmental imperative, it is a moral and economic imperative as well.
The North Texas tornado tragedy serves as a somber reminder of the importance of preparedness in the face of increasingly unpredictable weather patterns. While we cannot control the forces of nature, we can take steps to mitigate the risks and build more resilient communities. This includes investing in early warning systems, strengthening infrastructure, and developing comprehensive disaster preparedness plans. Education and awareness are also crucial. Knowing the signs of a tornado, understanding how to stay safe during severe weather, and having a plan in place can make all the difference in an emergency. The road ahead will be challenging, but by working together, we can build a safer and more resilient future.